I dare you to read this book and not have the Jurassic Park theme song stuck in your head. Hey guys, what's up? It's Claire with Crumb and Books, my dedicated booktube channel, and today I have a classic novel, The Land That Time Forgot. Hang on, a dramatic title like that deserves a better introduction. Let me see. The Land That Time Forgot. I'm sure that's what Edgar Rice Burroughs was thinking in his head when he thought of that title. The book was written in 1924. It was set in the World War I, and it actually has two-part story. It's about them being attacked on a U-boat. They capture Germans, the Americans do, and there's a girl on the boat as well that he rescues from the wreckage, and he rescues a dog as well. And it's kind of interesting because the dog was hands down my favorite character ever, for the story at least, and his name was Knobs, and he's awesome. And the story actually opens out with a person finding a letter in a bottle, and the narrator who starts off the story, he says he's not important, and you keep reading the story to see if maybe he really was important and he was kind of lying to you, but he really wasn't important at all. I do give the book probably 4 out of 5 stars. It was really well written. It had a nice narration style. It felt more like a conversation than an actual telling of the book, which I found really interesting. The love story was a little weird because he saves the girl. She's kind of with the Germans, but she's kind of not with the Germans. She was supposed to marry one of the Germans for family and social reasons, not because she likes him. And so she's kind of with them, kind of not, and that's a little weird. And then he falls in love with her immediately, the narrator, and the main character, trying to blank on his name. But he kind of treats her like she's his, you know, like he just assumes that she's his, and that kind of bothered me as a woman. He's very possessive of her, but he's also very protective of her and very sweet. So they kind of work out as they go through the struggles of surviving the treacherous land that they discover accidentally when they get lost on the ocean. They start to, you know, fall in love and stuff, but I feel like she doesn't really like him at first, and if he wasn't the one that saved her, I don't think she would have liked him at all. So it was kind of the reverse of that captivity romance, where they only like them just because they saved them. So that was interesting. And then what kind of bothered me about the story is that there's dinosaurs and stuff, and then there's also deer and, you know, kind of more modern animals. So it's all mixed in together. It's something to do with I couldn't really follow. It was like the cliffs is where the time actually forgot and progressed. The evolution of humans progressed. If they moved from one side of the island to the other side of the island, they would actually progress from cavemen to you know, almost modern humans. So it was interesting from that aspect. It did feel a little rushed, the actual writing, and the ending just ended. And the main reason I only gave it 4 stars, and this is a huge spoiler alert, so the video now, if you don't want spoilers, even though it was from 1924, still spoilers if you haven't read it. So anyway, the reason why I gave it 4 out of 5 stars is because Knobs dies at the end, and he was honestly my favorite character of the book. So when that happened, I was honestly upset. I finished the story last night, and I was kind of too angry to fall asleep after that. I finished about 12 o'clock. And yeah, I couldn't fall asleep because I was so angry that Knobs died. And it just ended. It just ended with the girl's name is Lise, L-Y-S, and the narrator on the top of the cliffs. You know, they decided that they were married now, and they were looking up at the clouds from the cliffs, and then they assumed that Knobs died. They didn't even check to see if Knobs was still alive. They just assumed that he died, and then the book ended. And I didn't like the ending because it just cut off. But I would probably read more of his stories. I think I'll check out John Carter next. Tarzan's kind of interesting. I like the movies, but I feel like I've seen the movies so much. You know, there's been so many remakes of Tarzan. I'm not sure I want to read it. So leave a comment below if you've read Tarzan, if you recommend Tarzan, and if you've read any of Edgar Rice Burroughs. Am I pronouncing that right? If you've read any Edgar Rice's books. So feel free to leave a comment, and I decided I'll try to have a book review every Friday, and I will be interested in tags as well. So thanks so much for watching, you guys, and hope you have a great week. Thanks.